So I was homeschooled from basically elementary to school to junior high. And so the environment that I was in was just my mom, my dad, my sister, and my two younger brothers. So it's not like I even had that much exposure to much anyway. And through those years, our parents would always give us teachings like, oh yeah, you're the temple of God, you need to keep yourself set apart. You don't want to be following with the ways of the world, whether it's in how we're speaking and what we're doing, be pleasing to the Lord. And when I went to junior high, which is generally where most kids get exposed to immorality and stuff, we went to this Christian school and they had like a no dating policy, and like when we took health class, they would teach us about purity and holiness and setting yourself apart. And basically the stance that school had was to have all the students raised up to be like Daniel in the Bible, young people who were basically dragged into a different environment, but in that environment they were able to shine because of their lifestyles of following God, excellence, and also holiness, being set apart, being consecrated, being above reproach. And so at that school, these values were basically hammered into me, whether I wanted to or not. I ended up living this lifestyle. And at the time, of course, there were times when it felt kind of annoying, they're always pushing this on you, and it's like, but as time went on, I ended up being at that school for about 3 years. And towards the end, as time went on, as those 3 years progressed, I started holding this value as one of my own instead of just a value that the school forced me to hold. It ended up being something that I myself chose to stand for, I myself also agreed with, and I myself wanted to pass on to the students that came in after me. After those 3 years, I ended up moving to Tainan, serving at the Living Water Church, serving in our All Nations House of Prayer. And our church also holds these pretty strong purity and holiness values. They say that, no dating until you're out of college if you want to be serving on the worship team, if you want to be serving as a small group leader. And so once again, I was thrown into this environment where whether I wanted to or not, I had to be living this consecrated lifestyle. But because of my upbringing, because of those years at that school, because of these 5 years of me serving at this church, it has just become something that I myself hold, something that I myself agree with, something that I myself choose to stand for.